Hello friends, welcome to the first session of Comprehensive Financial Modeling. I am your instructor Dr. Hema Gwalani. Friends, in our first session we'll try to answer the basic questions related to financial modeling and we'll get introduced to the course. We'll try to learn what is financial modeling, why it is required, where it is used and so on. In addition to this, we'll also try to learn or go through the contents of this particular course. To start with, what is financial modeling? The definition of financial modeling is creating models for various financial decisions by putting the numerical data using Excel functions and presenting it. For better understanding, we can divide this definition into 5 parts, as you can see on your screen. The first thing is the numerical data that you collect from the organization. Now there's a lot of numerical data available into the organization. It can be related to the sales of the organization, the production done, the inventory, and a lot of financial data in terms of profits and losses or the balance sheets and so on. So the data that we will be using will depend on the decision that we have to take, and mostly it is the financial data. Moving ahead, this numerical data we will be using along with Excel functions. Now Excel functions will simplify our job of processing this data so that this data becomes useful for decision making. And with the help of Excel, we will create models. Models means templates, which will be useful for us in presenting the data, doing the calculations in Excel, and making a report out of it, which we can present into our organization, which helps in financial decision making, which is the basic objective of financial modeling. And when we say Excel, it is not that we have to use Excel only. If you have any other similar software which can perform similar functions, you can use it. Financial modeling basically helps in planning and decision making in various scenarios. In the organization, you have to take a lot of futuristic decisions based on the expected changes in the scenarios or changes in the economy or changes in the market situations. What financial modeling does is, based on the change in economic situation and based on the past data, you have to find out the important variables that affect the organization's profitability if you are taking a decision related to profits of the organization, and process it with the Excel functions, means simulate it and create a model or a template which can be useful to the organization in taking the decision related to future course of action. And the model created should be in such a manner that if there is a change in scenario, you just have to make small changes into the template and you don't have to create an entire new template itself. You name the organization and financial modeling is useful. Be it a government sector, a private sector, a manufacturing sector, any sector, this skill becomes very useful in taking decisions or with the functions that it has. Like it is very useful in projection of future cash flows, in valuations. Now either it be projection of future cash flows or valuation, there's a lot of calculation to be done for all these decisions to be taken. Say for example, in case of projection of future cash flows, if we have to do, we have to take into consideration the past data or the future projections and under various scenarios. So financial modeling, the templates that we create under financial modeling will help us in taking the decision based on those projection of future cash flows, whether to go for a particular decision or not. Valuation, there are a lot of methods of valuation in corporate finance and it requires a lot of calculation under it, lot of data is required to be projected under it as well. So in financial modeling you can do that, and in an easy manner. Valuations are also to be done in case of mergers and acquisition, when you are required to do the valuation of the organization that you need to acquire or that you want to acquire. So at what exchange ratio the merger and acquisition should take place? What should be the value of the shares of the organization that you intend to acquire? In those cases, the calculations can be done easily here. Project financing decisions. Those who have a bit of a finance knowledge have the knowledge of capital budgeting. They might be knowing it, like there are decisions in the organization where the organization intends to buy a new asset or replace an old asset with a new asset. In those cases also you have to do a lot of projection work, lot of assumptions are to be done, and based on that calculations are to be performed. This skill, financial modeling skill, will help you in doing these tasks very easily. Next is equity research. You cannot become an equity researcher or a fund manager without having the skill of financial modeling. It is the most sought after skill when it comes to equity research. In equity research, basically you try to value the organization from investment point of view, whether to invest into a particular organization's shares or not, at what value the shares shall be bought. Either they should be kept on hold or they should be sold. So for doing these valuation calculations, financial modeling turns out to be very handy. Another function in which financial modeling turns out to be useful is financial reporting. I would say it is not the basic function of financial modeling, but the data that you create or the reports that you create help you in creating financial reports. So it again becomes a handy tool for creating financial report. Not only these, there are few other decisions as well, like taxation decision, be of an individual or of a corporate, investment decision, again of an individual or corporate, project financing decisions we have already discussed. Bankers, yes, when they have to sanction a loan, they have a project in front of them and they have to decide whether a loan should be sanctioned or not, whether the project is in a position to pay back its debt in future course of time. It can be done pretty easily if the templates of financial modeling are created. Valuation we have discussed just now. Along with this, the decisions in relation to leverage buyouts, credit analysis, or even venture capital investments. In all these decisions or even many more decisions, you can use this tool. So you be a fresher who wants to enter the market of, or you can say career of finances, or an individual or an investor who wants to take the decision of investment, be an individual or a fund manager, a banker, a finance manager, or a fund manager. This skill will help you or will make your tasks easy. Now, how does the model look like? Let us have a look at one small valuation model. What you can see on your screen is one small valuation model, and the first spreadsheet is the template. One of the characteristics of a financial model is that there should be uniformity in whatever spreadsheets you create, and you can see here. It makes your task easy. You will understand it later on. There's a lot of calculation work goes on based on the past data, the assumptions that you make, based on which you project the futuristic data of the income statement, balance sheet, cash flows, and ultimately reach the valuation position where you can value the price of the share and decide whether to buy, sell, or hold the share. Now, to make these financial models useful, it needs to have certain attributes. What are those attributes? First of all, it must be understandable and readable, and whatever assumptions are made in your model must be marked properly so that a person reading it should be able to understand it. A model must be based on reliable and error-free data. There is one concept in a manufacturing industry, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. If your input itself is not error-free or precise, the output will be garbage. And it can turn into a disaster if the decisions are made based on this particular model. Along with it, a model must be pretty handy to use. It should be easy to use and update the model. Whenever you create a model, the reason for it is taking a financial decision of future uncertain scenario. And if there is a change in this scenario, you should be able to update it pretty easily. And it must have a report, a summary of the entire modeling work that you create. With the help of charts and some tables, you can do it. The reason for it is your organization's bosses or CFOs will not have a time to go through entire spreadsheets or calculations that you have done. Summary will be handy for them to take a decision. So it must have a report. To create such financial models, you must have excellent finance knowledge. We have already seen it in our teaser video, and now in some time you will see that we are going to cover Excel and finance in detail in this course. Along with it, you should have some basic understanding of economics and accounting as well. Now economics, why? Because you create models based on futuristic uncertain scenario or economic scenario, and if there is a change in economic scenario, you should be able to understand what change is required into your model. Accounting information we'll try to cover as much as possible in our course. Most of the financial decisions are based on the accounting statements, profit and loss account, balance sheet, cash flow statement, and so on. We'll try to learn how to create these financial statements and how to analyze it. Corporate finance basics, like what is cost of capital, what are capital budgeting techniques or tools, and what are valuation methods. This also we'll try to cover as much as possible. If you are creating a financial model as an investor, you should have basic knowledge of capital market. Some of it we'll try to cover in corporate finance and ratios. Rest you should have if your intention of creating a model is that. So this is what we are going to cover in our course. Let us see it in detail. We are going through the first topic now itself, why financial modeling and what is financial modeling. From next session we'll try to cover or study Excel functions. The basic functions like formatting functions, sum, average, and so on. Then some advanced Excel functions like if, SUMIF, and so on. The finance functions related to time value of money. The functions like PMT function, PPMT function, IPMT function, goal-seek function. Project financing functions like NPV, IRR, and so on. We'll also learn the meaning of time value of money and project financing techniques like capital budgeting techniques along with the Excel functions. Moving ahead, we'll start with some accounting understanding like creation of income statements, balance sheets, and cash flows, and the analysis of it with the help of certain tools and techniques. Then comes the real valuation work. We'll start with the creation of small project financing models and then move ahead with the complicated or complex valuation models. Again, here also we'll learn the concept of capital budgeting and the techniques of capital budgeting first and valuation methods first, and then we'll learn how to create the models in Excel in relation to the decision to be made in the cases of project financing and valuation models. So Thank you very much, students. See you in the next session.